Shadowverse Evolved Set 3 Flame of Laevateinn is finally coming out, and of course this is a very meta impactful set to the meta. And today on this beautiful Galmi mat of mine, which you can find in set 5 by the way, pre-orders are apparently already open at your local card game store. I am the host of the Church of Galmi. Welcome to my podcast. This is a playmat that you get by grinding locals in Japan, and unfortunately this was the season in which I was incredibly busy and I had a good friend of mine grind for me, and now I'm the proud owner of this beautiful Galmi playmat. Did you know I have also become a card? If you ever see me in person, such as at an event or just walking in the street in Tokyo, you can come up to me and say hi and I'll give you one of these. I've gotten quite a few questions on like, hey, is this gonna be a box topper? Is this like something we're gonna get like as a promo, is a shop promo or something? These are basically business cards, to put it bluntly. They are evolved cards though, like it's the exact same kind of like the card texture and like same, it feels like an evolved card, but you just come up to me and ask for it and I'll give it to you. So it looks very cool. I am very glad with how it turned out, but that's not what this video is about. Today we're opening up Flame of Laevateinn. We got 2 boxes here provided by Bushiroad to open up as well. I might sound more excited than usual, and that is because I really like this set and I think there's a lot of exciting stuff in here. And English also has the exclusive Millie Parfait collab cards in here too, and I've also put out quite a few videos for this set, so I really recommend you check them out, such as competitive deck lists and what cards you should buy and which cards will be good for the future. There's also the limited construction battle, the way you can just build decks from this set and mix classes and win special playmats. So it's all like super cool. Wow, the plastic this time around is extra thick, so we're gonna remove that and quickly show you around the box. So Flame of Laevateinn, of course, Shadowverse Flame cards. I'm a big fan of Shadowverse Flame. I keep geeking about it in every single video I post, I feel like. Here's the rarity breakdown. So you see a total of 22 super legendaries for a total of 23 legendaries, 7 ultimates, we love ultimates, and then of course 1 SP, what could it be? And then 6 leader cards, 7 tokens, and then the rest of the rarities are to be found below with a total of 121 cards in this set, so actually quite a few. And then of course, we have the back of the box, which contains all of the flame cards. Of course, this is even the villain card, of course, is featured in this too, which I haven't talked about on the channel as much yet, so we're gonna get into it today. And we start off with our box topper, which is actually one of the Millie tokens. It's actually really sweet, so I can actually open this up for you guys. You can see what kind of box topper we get. So it's just a token, so it's Millie and Friends. You can see the little paws actually poke out through the name. 99 power, 99 defense. I wonder what token this is supposed to stand for. Maybe it's an unreleased card that we're about to find out one day. Maybe Millie will preview it, but it's really cool and super pretty too. You can see how good she is at drawing stuff too. So I really like these. They always do this in Japan too for the Evolve releases here when they do collabs. So it's a really cool type of card to just collect, honestly. And then this is what the pack design looks like. So you just have Laevateinn Dragon up front, Flame of Laevateinn is a set name, and then this is the back with all of the, set details and whatnot. But that's not what you might want to see. You want to see me open these packs and see what we get from it too. I need to think about where I'm going to throw away all the packs, but that's besides the point. Let's get into it and start cracking. We got Bladed Hedgehog to start us off. He gets stronger every time one of your opponent's followers is destroyed, which is pretty cool. And you can also evolve him too. Pinion Prince, very good card in Alice Haven. You're going to want to get this one too. Speaking of Alice Haven, Explosion. Quite a few Japanese players reached out to me and they were like, oh my god, I love the name of this. Like it's such a it's a pun that even people that don't speak English that fluently can also understand, which is really cool. So, because it's just like great egg explosion in Japanese. Oh, and we have one of our collab cards. So this is the Gingerbread House Altard, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. This card is still used in some Japanese decks in set 8 still, which is pretty crazy. I also wonder how you guys feel, like every time I do a set opening, I'll always talk about the Japanese release at the time here. So like now we do set 3 and in Japan it's set 8. But yeah, this card is still going to be used in the future, which is really cool. And it's beautiful too. It looks awesome. Hammer Dragon Youth, of course, arm support. So you can build arm aggro. Alice's Adventure, very good card for Alice Haven. Of course, our first gold of the box. And we have Trombone Devil is our post-evolve card and a fairy token. Feels even thicker than usual somehow. We're going to keep on cracking through the left side of this first box. And of course, the first box we're going to go through a little slower, just going to take our time, look through all the cards in the set, and of course, talk about what's really good. We got our 2 amazing Alice cards here too. Elder Tortoise, which of course gives you an Evo point, which is actually a pretty interesting effect. But Mach Knight is of course one of the big highlights, being a very strong card for Heroic Sword. That also just gets Storm when it's played not from hand, which is very strong. I'm a fan of Master of Dragonic Arts just because it's a 3 cost, potential 6/4 with Rush if you have Overflow, so that's quite nice. Castle in the Sky, this is an amulet for Sword. So it's basically a searcher for cards with Storm And by putting into the cemetery, you give a Storm follower +1 attack. And if you pay 10 and put it to the cemetery, you can put any number of cards with Storm in your hand onto the field and give them +2/+2. So you basically just OTK your opponent if it gets to that level. So that's pretty interesting. And we got the post-evolve Garuel. So this is the digital friend, of course, of the main rival of the Shadowverse Flame series. So he bounces a neutral follower on your field back to your hand, which is quite nice for reusing those effects. And oh, Dragonic Weapon. Nice to see these, of course, tokens too. Gonna be used for a very long time. I've already told you guys that Draconier is a very, very good card that you want to be using in future Dragoncraft decks, especially. Galmu, We got Chess Rune, Magical Rook to start with, a very good card too. Birdkeeping Disciple, Amulet Support, pretty nice. Trinity Dragon, just Intimidate. Oh, and we got a SL Cosmos Fang. All right, we got our SL of the box. Look at that, looks super pretty. You can see the foiling there, of course. The SL pattern is behind the Cosmos Fang. I have a friend here in Japan that'd be very happy to see this because he's a huge Cosmos Fang fan, really. It's cool how they translated the traits. So it's Fey Touched, Verdant, and Beast. So Fey Touched in particular. But basically, you search your deck for a Beast follower, add it to your hand, and if it costs 2 or less, you can put it into the field instead. And then you basically, to evolve this, you have to pay 1 and also bounce one of your own followers back to hand. So it's basically like a big bounce archetype, which is quite cool. So very nice card to get. I am quite a big fan of this, especially because, you know, SLs are not confirmed once per box in English. Wood of Brambles, pretty good card as well. And we have Maisie Red Riding Hood, which is a Sword Fable support as a gold, and Tweedledum Tweedledee, which is a good card for Forest, as we've gone over already. All right, so we started off with a bang. Our first legendary was a SL, which is pretty cool too. Wonder if we can pull something insane, like especially want to see more of those the cards of the Millie Eagle Lab. There we go, Cauldron of Calamity. I really just want to collect these because they're English exclusive, so I love English exclusive, or like just like language exclusive stuff in general. I'm a big fan of. So of course it is Earthrise support, and the original card is Witch's Cauldron, but now it has become a beautiful alt art. You can still get the original card, and speaking of which, this is the original card of Millie, so this is Wizardess of Oz. So it's Earthrise support, so basically when you play her, she summons a magic sediment token and adds 1 to a stack and draws a card, and then quick you can Earthrise to make the next spell you play cost 4 less, but this is of course a once per turn. So pretty cool card just for, you know, having a good conjunction with some of your more expensive spells, while also adding quite a lot to your stack. And I didn't really say this in video yet, at least I don't think I said it in the Umusume one, but I've been comparing the foiling rarity of the Japanese and English legendaries, and this might sound crazy, but the English bling is actually better. Like, what's crazy in the English version, if you put your finger over the name of a card, you can feel the texture. In Japanese, you don't. And the other thing is that you can really see, especially with this one, right? You can see how textured the card is, where the Wizardess of Oz is actually an extra layer on top of the background. So that's why the background shines so hard. And the backgrounds don't shine as hard in the Japanese version. So it looks super nice, honestly. Like, props to the English version, props to, you know, the international office for pulling off such a beautiful job with these. So honestly, really good job. And oh, speaking of legendaries, we got the Evolve Masquerade Ghost. Again, let me enjoy this touching the name here. But the foiling is just so much more powerful in English. It's kind of crazy. But of course, this is Ghost support, a aggressive version of Abyss. So you give ghosts that you play +1 attack, and whenever they leave the field, you summon Gargantuan Ghost token instead, which is a 3/3 with Ward that leaves you play at the start of your main phase. So it still sticks around for the turn. And this dude just goes to your EX area after he gets bonked, which is pretty good. And speaking of which, this is the Gargantuan Ghost tokens. That's what it looks like, which is very nice. It's good to have the actual tokens themselves. All right, moving forward, I would like to see an Alice. That's the one card I already have everything I need for Heroic Sword, but I really want to get an Alice just to kind of potentially build that deck just for practice. We got a Blitz, of course. We talked about this card too. Kiss of the Princess support for Sword, which will be an archetype that'll get support in the future. Mr. Hanline, must have for the future. If you want to play past like set 7 meta and onwards, this will be a pretty important card for Runecraft, so keep that in mind. Oh, Draconier, there you are. Oh my god, I want you. I really want to get my Draconiers as best as I can. I really like Draconier. Summons a Draconic Weapon token and on evolve, he also deals damage to your opponent's follower if of choice, so it's very, very good. We have the Evolved Pinion Prince too. It's the first one we get, and another Gargantuan Ghost. Come on, let's get it. I think, what else? Beauty and the Beast is pretty good. I would like to just have the flame cards too, so honestly we're doing pretty good on the flame cards. And melee stuff, honestly just everything in this set is great. Hey, speaking of which, there's Cosmos Fang. So this is the regular one. Sorry, you can see I immediately go for the name. The SL2 does have the name feel. So yeah, this is the comparison of what legendary and SL, how different they look. I'm gonna keep it real with you. For the most part, I actually prefer the way legendaries look over SLs. I just really like the shine that legendaries have. I think they really nailed it with this foil pattern for legendaries for like the foreseeable future. And honestly, I'm quite happy just having them all the time. Like they just look so good. Like why not, right? And we have the Abysscraft Odile as well, which is quite nice. Another Tweedledum Tweedledee. So yeah, I generally think they really nailed it. I think they did a really good job with specifically the legendary foil pattern in English, and honestly, like, huge props. It feels like they took what Japan had and they just made it look even better, which is also pretty crazy to me. Now, there's the Gingerbread House as one of the melee cards we got earlier that I said. Ruby Falcon's also good for Storm support. Seraph of Sin. So it deals 2 damage to enemy follower or leader on Fanfare, and then this is Fallen Angel supports. That's like the whole neutral package in this set, or half of it. The other half of it is Alice, of course. So there's a couple neutral packages in this set. Let's hope we can see some of the other neutral package in this box too. So all right, this will be the last pack of the left side of the box, and then we'll go into the second box as well. Sorry, I'm like stuttering over my own words out of excitement. Crazy. But I am curious. Oh, Old Man, Old Woman. Very good card for Sword as well. It might not seem like much. It's like 1/1/2 with 1 word of text. Like, is this really strong, bro? But no, like a 1-cost 1/2 with Bane is pretty damn good. Like that's actually very strong. And oh, look at that. We got Princess Snow White. Of course, for Haven, she is a Fable support card. Also Princess technically too. So on Fanfare, if she's put on the field from your hand, you put a Fable counter on her. And if she was put from anywhere else, she gets +1/+1 instead. So she puts herself the EX area on her last word. So that's how you can buff her up, which is pretty nice. We do like that a lot. Abby the Axe Girl. She tells you who she is. That's pretty cool. Milady. Oh, we got the pair. Look at that. That's so cool. You rarely actually get the Evo and pre-Evo pair in one pack. So really good card for Chess Rune. I do go over Chess Rune in my competitive decks video, so do check that out. Oh, the foiling just looks so good. Maybe it's also just my camera doing a good job today too. Good job, camera. If me praising you means that this pack opening will look even better, then I will continue to praise my camera. All right, let's keep it going and see what else we can get in this wonderful box. Oh, we have our first premium. So this is, of course, Felice. She is a gold. So we got a gold in, you know, the premium foil. Very nice. So she gives herself Storm on Earthright, which is pretty good, honestly. So not complaining. Gaberabea. Very nice. We like Gaberabea. Magical Knight. Also, yeah, correction. Some people pointed out that I said that, you know, he gives +1 to himself, but it's actually to the chess followers that he are put into the field. So he works in conjunction with, you know, of course, Mystic King, just putting a whole board out there, which is very, very strong. So we like that a lot. Chess in general is like a very undermined archetype, I want to say, because in the Japanese format, we had other decks kind of running around and people weren't really paying attention to chess as much, such as, of course, Haven, Tin Soldier being a big reason for that. Amazing card. I've talked about this card so much on this channel already that I don't really want to take up more time talking about it, but it's very good. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a pretty freaking sweet card. All right. Oh, Bakirus. Bakye. So, of course, Ghost support. Spawns ghosts, evolves, makes itself a ghost. It's pretty good. Mach Knight, of course, also great support for our good old heroic sword. Honestly, like all the flame cards are just really, really nice. Like I'm kind of hoping to get the Haven ones as well. I like Wingy, much like everyone else apparently. It won a popularity poll at one point, so I guess everybody likes the Wingy a lot. It was pretty nice, like Fanfare. As long as you have another Fable in play, you draw a card. We like card draw in this world. In this world, it is good. Of course, March Hare's Tea Time is an amazing card. Being a searcher plus also a salvager in one card is like pretty ridiculously strong. Rapunzel is also a card I didn't really talk about on the channel just yet, but it's also very good. So she has Ward as a 3-cost 4/5, and if she has no Fable counters, she can't attack enemies. But just as a 3-cost 4/5 Ward, that's pretty good on tempo, especially going first. So pretty big fan of this one. I think it will see some play. It did see some play in Japan as well, so it wasn't highlighted as much because a lot of people started cooking with it after the set had been out for a while. But I think in English especially, you can definitely take a note from Japan's books and learn from it. Dragon Summoner is another great card. She evolves and searches for dragon followers from the top 3 of their deck, which is very nice. We have a premium Demon Maestro, which is also a cool card. 2-cost 1/1 that basically pings you 2 to draw 1, which is pretty good. Honestly, we do like card draw. Okay, so the princess, we have seen you. Oh, we have Slado. So Slade, of course, is a when bounced, you get to choose a, whoa, my camera's freaking out. It doesn't want to focus on, doesn't know what to focus on. There's so much pretty stuff on here. So very good card, you know. When he's bounced, he kind of like plays a 2-cost from hand to field, so you get to replace it. Ah, yes, Humpty Dumpty's evolved version. I don't think we've gotten regular Humpty Dumpty yet, so I am waiting for that. But on evolve, he explodes and deals 5 damage to every follower, including your own, and 3 damage to your leader, and you ditch your hand. So luckily it's not a big deal when you use it in conjunction with Alice, because Alice sets up your EX area for you. So you don't need a hand, because your hand is in your EX area, and then you revive a bunch of stuff, so you don't really need to care. Sorry, my packs are like flying everywhere. Anyway, Orchestration. Oh, we have Iron Rod Defender. Very good card for Heroic, of course. We've talked about it already on the channel. Furtive Fangs. Didn't get to talk about this one too much. Quite like this card, honestly. It's a 1 cost for Abyss that selects a follower in your field, and for the rest of this turn, it gets this strike ability that it basically selects enemy follower in the field and deals it X damage, which is its own attack. So if you give this to a 4 attack follower, then it deals 4 attack to something else, basically, while attacking into something else. So it's very cool. Humpty Dumpty shows up finally, and we have Check for the golds, which is a good card. Dragon Summoner, as I said, is a searcher, and we have a ghost token. I do feel like we should, I think we have a couple more packs left, and I feel like we should have still more legendaries in this first box. Gotta go through the second one pretty quickly. Oh, Angel of Darkness, another good generic card for neutral. So basically, he engages himself and puts a fallen angel follower from your field into your cemetery to choose an enemy follower and ping it for 4 damage, which is pretty good, honestly. So the 3/4/2. Oh, Bejeweled Shrine. Could it be? Could it be this pack will have? Oh, you know what? This pack did have something. It is Millie Parfait. Oh my god, again, I always go for the name. So she is an altart of Wizardess of Oz. I can pull her up right now. And it really just works. Like, these being, they even look kind of similar, right? Do you get it? I think it's maybe the outfit. But she looks like a wizardess, you know, it just makes sense to make Millie the Wizardess of Odds. So Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait, of course, has the exact same effect, but look at how nice it looks. Like, the art and the colors just all look super cool. The background too, so huge props to the artist. Very, very well done. Super beautiful. I'm a huge fan. Winged Inversion. Do we have anything else? Oh, Amaro Spear Knight is also a good card to get. And Harbinger of the Night into a lovely Draconic Draco weapon, as I call them. Draconic weapon. But I feel like Draco Weapon is a bit more convenient to call, if I may. Alright, second last pack. Do we still have some hits in here? Can we get ourselves a Valiant Fencer would be cool too, honestly. I already have some of my own, but I would not complain. Alright, Feria into Tilting at Windmills. I love the name of this card. This is one of my favorite card names in Shadowverse. Because this is, you know, sometimes you just draw horribly and this becomes you. You're just tilting at windmills. The windmills being your opponent, but you know. Never mind that. Oh yeah, this is Blade of Hedgehog's evolution. So on evolve, he deals damage to enemy follower and also still keeps his effect to gain extra attack whenever your opponent's followers are destroyed. Last pack for this box before we move on into our second one. I will definitely clean up between these though, because my packs are going everywhere here. Oh, Heroic Entry, finally a very good card. Searcher for 3 cost or lower play point, you know, cards and just play them out. Amethyst Line, could this be a sign, please? Magical Bishop, this could also be a sign. I wouldn't mind our knight, a king, perhaps. Young Ogre Hunter Momo. So she's pretty good for like a 4 cost 5/5 assail that also gets rush and then lets you ditch and draw if the enemy follower has 5 defense or less, which is kind of nice. All right, Odette, the Haven one, into evolved Bakirus and a fairy. So for this first box, we got ourselves a couple of premiums, 1 gold and 1 silver. And then of course we got the Millie collab legendary, very beautiful. I think a lot of people are also very excited for this one just because it looks so pretty. And it's also unique, right? It's fun to collect these kind of unique cards. We got ourselves a Snow White, we got a Cosmos Fang in legendary, evolved Masquerade Ghost, a Wizardess of Oz, and of course the SL Cosmos Fang. Moving on to the next one. All right, time for box number 2. Let's get into it. I hope that these boxes also arrive safely to your locals too, and you can have fun opening them. Oh, we do get the other token for Millie. So this is Bell Shaker. She's not Bell Ringer, she's Bell Shaker Millie. Doesn't have stats, so you can use it as any token you want. It's a statless token that you can just say like, okay, this token has this much power, this much attack, this much defense. All right, we're gonna take the second box a bit faster because we already have seen a lot of the cards from the first one, and hopefully we get some more you know, legendaries that we haven't seen yet in the first box. So we got Tweedledum Tweedledee, Pumpkin Necromancer that puts a Gargantuan Ghost into your EX. Seeing a lot of these already, so that's pretty nice. Amaro, we've also seen our first gold, and Tweedledee as well, we've seen quite a couple times in the first box too. I'm trying to see if we can get some crazy luck out here. I know we had some really good luck with the Uma Musume box, so I don't want to expect too much. I think, you know, I don't want to act spoiled out here and like I deserve too much or anything. You know, I think gotta leave some good luck for the rest of everyone at home. Oh, we got the evolved Amaro as well. So of course the one that can play out a heroic from your cemetery for free. It can be any heroic too, which is pretty crazy. But of course, there are some cards you don't really want to play too much, like, you know, of course, Valiant Fencer. You can play him as a stat stick, but you want to evolve him, and if you already evolved Amaro this turn, then unfortunately you can't do that. The only card that can evolve twice in one turn is Valiant by his own effect, so you do have to be a bit patient with that, so do be careful. All right, we have a Harbinger of the Night and a Fairy token. All right, moving forward, I think, what else? We haven't seen Valiant Fencer yet. We haven't seen Alice. We haven't seen Beauty and the Beast. It's actually quite a few legendaries we haven't seen yet from the first box, so hopefully the second box will give us some good coverage. And there we go, speaking of the devil, Valiant Fencer. Of course, a 3-cost 2/2 that searches your deck for any heroic card adds it to your hand as long as it's a different name from Valiant Fencer. And you can evolve for 1 play point with the catch that your hand has to be 2 or less in order to do that, because his evolve effect is that powerful, so do keep that in mind. So that's our first legendary, finally, our first Swordcraft legendary too, which is pretty nice. And we have our Feliz as well, and oh, there we go, Diamond Master. This is a flame pack. I love Diamond Master. I was hoping to get her too. She's so freaking pretty. I love Tsubasa, as I've said in many videos, so getting Diamond Master is also very exciting, and it's also a really good card. We saw her show up even in future metas too, just like deflect a bunch of damage with her effect. So honestly, Diamond Master, I kind of hope I can pull the pre-evo too, because oh, she's so cool. She's so cool, so pretty. She actually rotated away from the you know, the app version of Shadowverse quite recently, so Evolve is my way to enjoy the presence of Diamond Master. And actually all the flame cards too, right? So Bakirus, Bladed Hedgehog, and a Holy Falcon. I'm balancing which sides of the box I pull from this time around. So I'm taking bit from the left, bit from the right. We're alternating a balanced, nutritious diet of left side and right side packs. I'm not sure if that's that nutritious, but you know, leave me be, please understand. Humpty Dumpty into Evil Elf Twins Assault. This is a new card we haven't pulled yet. A 2-cost quick spell that of course you can play during your opponent's turn to choose 2 enemy followers in the field and deal them X damage divided between them. X equals the number of cards in your EX area. So of course with like Rose Queen, I guess this could be cool. This is also, you know, yeah, I guess those like fairy style Rose Queen decks, this is pretty nice. You get to basically just divide 5 damage between 2 followers. Pretty nice. And we got Wingy, look at him. Oh my god, look at him, little winter themed Christmas suit. On Evolve, he searches for a follower with 2 attack or less and reveals that to your hand. And the original Diamond Master is indeed 2 attack, so he is a Diamond Master Searcher, among other things in the future too. Wingy's good. We like Wingy. You want to pick him up if you're playing Haven, just because he's gonna be good for a while. Honestly, Wingy's a good little boy. He's so good. There's a reason why he's so popular. There's a reason why he's more popular than every other anime character in Flame, which is a good thing, by the way. That's not like a, you know, don't misunderstand that. Wingy is just that good, you know, that's just how awesome Wingy is. So we're getting a bunch of cards that we've already seen, so quickly skip along through that pack and moving forward, find out what else we got in here. Parade Raven, Rabbit Ear Attendant, and Lance Lizard in premium. Sheesh. It's kind of cool to see bronzes and silvers in premium sometimes, right? It's like, I was never really the biggest premium guy, and then for one of my favorite decks in the JP format, I recently was like, you know what? Like, maybe having the bronzes and silvers do a little shiny is not a bad thing. Maybe I do want that, right? Oh, and we got the other Wingy. Look at that. He's just a little ward boy. He's got a little cloak. Look at him. He's so, precious child. Must protect at all costs. Look at him. Look at this dude. He's so cute. I can't. Wingy's great. I played Haven for so long, for as long as Diamond Master was in rotation, basically. I'm talking about the app, of course. I, of course, play a lot of Haven and Evolve too. Oh, we're getting more legendaries we haven't seen. Beauty and the Beast. This is Forest's forte, basically. It's a 6-cost 5/7 that has Rush and Aura. And on Fanfare, you put a Fable counter on it. And if she was put from any, or if they were put rather, from anywhere other than hand, get Storm. And then for 1 cost, you can remove any number of Fable counters from this card to give it +X+X. And X equals the number of counters removed. So if you remove 2, or 7 cost, it becomes a, you know, 7/7 with Storm and Rush and Aura. The Aura, of course, is a little tough. Sometimes you just get run down and you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. What am I supposed to do? So that does happen from time to time, but panic not, worry not. It, much like getting forte'd, it will happen to all of us one day. It simply has to. But Beauty and the Beast is a pretty cool card. It actually sees a return every so often because people are like, what if I play the Fable engine in any single Forest deck? And suddenly it's just like, well, I guess I have a Forte access now. So that's pretty cool. We have a check. Opinion Prince, and a Magic Sediment. I feel like Magic Sediment has been in every single set lately. Like, honestly, even in the JP sets, I feel like he still shows up every time. Like, I guess every time they print Earthright support, they just have to print Magic Sediment. So I understand. It's kind of unavoidable. That's just like, you know, you have to provide the card to make it work. Oh, we get the base Diamond Master. Oh, you know I'm happy. This is... I just collect flame cards at this point. Like, look at how pretty she is. It's such a gorgeous artwork. Like, oh man, it's so pretty. I love it so much. I really hope that one day the flame cards get supported again, because the flame cards don't have URs. Like, we only have half of the flame leaders. We don't have a Tsubasa leader yet. So it'd be like really cool if they could do that. I mean, I'm just saying, I'd really appreciate that. But you know, I'm waiting. Diamond Master version. Oh, speaking of flame, Laevateinn Dragon himself, the namesake of the set. This is one of his many forms. Of course, he'll get more forms in the next set too, or form singular, I guess. But there's more forms in the anime, so you never know. But basically, this one is also treated as Laevateinn Dragon, but he's called attack form, and he's a 7/5. And basically on strike, he pings 4 damage to an enemy follower and 3 damage to your opponent's leader, which is actually quite nice. So you get to take out your opponent's followers while attacking with him. So you get to trade off 2 things usually, and you're also doing damage to your opponent, which is also pretty good, all right? Doing damage to your opponent while clearing their board is pretty optimal. We have Cauldron of Calamity. Are we missing any melee cards? I mean, other than her leader, of course, but... Oh, Jabberwock, damn! Look at how the foiling looks on that, wow. This is what I mean, like, this is stuff like this that the English one really stands out on because of how they do the foiling. So Jabberwock is a funny card. I talked about it already in the must-haves video, but oh my god, look at this foiling. Jeez, oh god. No words, no words. I'm shook. Shooketh. I'm shooketh, Jeremy. You understand? Crazy. How does this look so cool? Who are we missing from the flame kids? I guess it's just a neutral, I think. No, hold up. We got the forest one. We got the sword one. I can't open this pack. We got the dragon one. We got the haven one. We also, yeah, we got everyone except for the neutral. So, oh no, we haven't got Mystic King yet. Sorry. Which means dun 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 dun. I don't want to be tilting at windmills. I want to be tilting at Mystic King. Ah, it's not there. Come on, surely. There's a few more packs left. Mystic King is within these. Let me have one of each of the flame cards, please. It'd be so cool. It'd be so nice. All right. Mischievous Zombie, Old Man, Old Woman, Tin Soldier, Insane card, Magical Knight. Oh, I do see. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? What is that? Mom, I'm scared. Mom, they're gonna get mad at me. They're gonna get mad. I've been pulling crazy things. It's... What could it be? I don't know. No way it's Alice. No way it's Alice. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go insane. No, it's what? You are kidding me. Freaking Alice, you are, bro. I have no words. For the record, I think it's worth to point this out. Neither me nor Igni know anything about the boxes we're sent. They're completely random. But this is not the first time that I get something insane in one of these, dude. This is so good. I need a sleeve. Please give me a moment. This is going straight in the sleeve. Oh my god. I have no words. I'm generally lost for words. This is insane. Oh my god. How is this possible, dude? Alice, you are. So Alice's evolved effect, if you don't know what it is to look at the top 4 cards of your deck and find 2 Fable cards and put them into your EX area, and the rest goes to the bottom. And then you can also move Fable counters away from her to other cards, such as Tin Soldier, then ping your opponent for a lot of damage. But never mind that. Look at this piece of art. It's so good. It's so good. I can't believe it. I'm shook. I'm just as shook as you are. Ah. This is incredible. I have no words. Dude, we've been getting some pretty good luck with these boxes lately. I'm not gonna lie. I'm also planning to open a case of a upcoming JP set, not set 9 but set 10, because it there's a chance of getting a Godmu leader, and if you haven't gotten the hint yet. Yeah, I really like Galmu. So, yeah, we're gonna try and do that. That'd be very cool. But for the time being, we have our last pack here, and I don't expect anything. I think we've had quite the adventurous experience opening these packs, and I think that we will end it on a calm note. There's nothing crazy here. I don't think there's even going to be a legendary. We got a Mystic Queen into a Trombone Devil into a token of Magic Sediment. Alas, no Mystic King, but it honestly, it's cool. It's cool. I'm good. So this box only had one premium, which was Lens Lizard, understandably so. Our URs were, of course, we got Jabberwock, attack form for Laevateinn Dragon, both forms of Diamond Master. Sorry, I should put them together. So here's a Beauty and the Beast first. Both forms of Diamond Master, the pre-Evo Valiant Fencer, and the ultimate rare Alice Wonderland Explorer. This is something else. That's all I'm gonna say. This is something else. She can join Galmu here by her side and be a happy time. Sheesh, I have no words, chat, dear viewers. This is something else. I think you should also experience these emotions by supporting your local card game stores and picking up some boxes of Flame of Laevateinn. As you can see, there's a lot of really amazing cards in this set that I really recommend checking out. And also check out all the other videos I've done for this set. We've already looked at all the must-have cards, and we've also looked at all the competitive deck builds for you to check out and start building with too. There's also the Flame of Laevateinn tournaments as well to celebrate the release, where you can win the exclusive Beauty and the Beast playmat, all the kind of cool stuff. Once again, as always, thank you so much to Bushiroad Inside Games for supporting the content that I put out as an ambassador. Thank you very much to Bushiroad for providing the product. And if you like the video, please do like it. And if you... God, I smashed my freaking tripod. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you should also do that. There's a lot more cool Evolve content coming up soon. But with that, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.